Okay, well, hello guys. This is my second video. Um, sorry. Today I'm gonna be proposing a repertoire against 1e4 for black. Now, I'm gonna make several proposals. The first one is gonna be of the Caro Kann, and if you guys want to see the lines that I'm showing, then just hit likes for Caro Kann. I'm also going to make French, Sicilian, 1e5, it's up to you guys. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to spend 5, oh I dropped my keys. I'm not going to spend 5 days making just pure back-to-back videos. You guys are going to vote for which ones you like the most through comments and subscriptions and likes and all that. And I'll pick the top one and make an in-depth video of it. Okay, so the Caro Kann. Yeah, the reason we're starting with this one is because I used to play it. It's really solid. It's a really solid opening. It's Karpov's favorite actually. Karpov played it a lot with excellent results actually. World champion, in case anyone doesn't know. Yeah, always normally white goes d4 after this, where of course we oblige and play d5. Yeah, so right off the bat we're sticking the stake in the center. And yeah, white's gonna have to make some kind of concession here. The e-pawn is under attack. He can either defend the e-pawn or he can advance it and exchange it. The main line, the full-on main line basically, is knight c3, followed by d takes, and then knight takes. And here's a big splitting of the roads for us. We have bishop f5, which is the main line, or we have this knight d7 variation. I'll actually be recommending the bishop f5 line, even though I do play both and they are very solid. The bishop f5 line is just, it's easier to learn more about it and study it. So yeah, but I will show some alternates to knight d7 also. Let's just take a quick look here at what kind of positions might occur. This is just one of the main lines. And you might be looking at this video like, wow, white has a giant lead in development. Well, that's true. But the thing is, you can't exploit anything in black. We have stayed solid, we have stayed safe, and we are going to counterattack. You can see that the bishop eventually is going to come out. Well, yeah, the bishop is going to come out to say e6. My arrows aren't working for some reason. Then knight is going to come out to e7 or f6. It all depends on the position. I'll definitely show lines on this. This is my main recommendation. Like I was saying about the Karpov variation or Smyslov variation. Oops. This is also very good. Just in sample line. After playing knight b to d7, we are going for knight f6, so maybe white will propose an exchange, and then we are going to focus on our rapid development. Of course, the videos that I make on this, if it gets voted up, will be much more in depth. Yeah, one little trick that you have to watch out for is if queen e2 here. This is something that a beginner would do, but after knight f6, I'm pretty sure this is
checkmate.
Checkmate. That's right. Can't be falling for traps like that. Yeah, that was the classical main line and the Smyslov and modern variation. Another one is the Bronstein variation. I'm not too fond of this one. I've never played it, never attempted to play it. But there are players out there who swear that after knight takes, then they play knight f6. Now, yeah, I don't know. After knight takes, the goal here is g takes, and you get compensation by your bishop coming out here, your rook here. Sorry. And yeah, I can't recommend this if I've never played it, and even if I doubt it, I can't like truly say I like it. Another thing here is the exchange variation. You'll see this from a lot of beginners. Bishop here is actually the best move, so our bishop can't really develop here. Yeah, usually you would do ends up something like this, attacking the d pawn. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and I don't know, usually just a sample line like this, trying to trade off the bishop. Yeah, that's basically the exchange line isn't that great for white actually. In my opinion. What else do we have here after e4, c6? There's the two knights. Where a lot of people fall prey to this trap. I just told you that to attack the knight is better, but the difference here is after knight moves to g3, stuff like I can't remember the line out. It should be something like this. After e4, I can't even remember. Sorry guys. Should have been in my preparation. Yeah, wow, I'm sorry. Let me try that again. After the two knights here, I'm just gonna look it up very quick. e4, c6, d4, d5. No. Okay, whatever. Anyway, the main line goes basically like this: bishop g5. After h3, we take just to get the bishop out of our pawn chain that we're gonna create soon, with queen f3, e6, and it's like a good French because the bishop isn't in here anymore. I'll be much more prepared for the other video. Yeah. What else are we missing here? The advanced variation. c6, d4, d5, e5. Yeah, this is becoming increasingly popular now. I'm gonna recommend let's play the main line, put the bishop out there. We're gonna enter a French, it's not gonna be a big deal. Usually we'll see something like this. c3, it is a line, but let me start with this here. Trying to support the center, and I don't know, maybe I'll go for knight d7 first, maybe I'll go for c5 straight off the bat. We'll see in the repertoire. Yeah, then we have the Panov. After e4, c6, d4, d5, e takes d, c takes d, c4, where I'm gonna recommend this line. It's just the most with the most attacking chances in it. Yeah, I think this is fairly solid for black. You gotta remember that I've played this stuff for years now, and you just gotta have faith in me, I guess. I have had good results with this though, so no worries. Yeah. So what else do we have? Advanced variation, exchange variation. There's also this weird stuff that white can play. After e4, c6, c4, completely blocking out the d5, but we oblige anyway. E takes, C takes. And I'm gonna recommend Karpov's favorite, where we go knight f6 here. So preparing to capture back with the knight, actually. A lot of times when I've seen from beginners, I've played the Caro Kann multiple times. After they start like this, and this just runs into a wall. After that, wow. Yeah, you never know what you'll really get with beginners. Another variation is the fantasy variation. No idea why it's called that. Oops, sorry, it's white's move. D4, D5, F3. I'm gonna stay solid on this one. I don't want to go into crazy stuff with this. I'm gonna stay with E6 here, getting into French, but he's already dedicated himself to the F3. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else we're missing here. Let's go back to the two knights, which I completely blundered up really good here. After knight c3, d5, knight f3, takes, bishop f5, knight to g3, bishop back. Okay, I just looked it up. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. h4, h6, knight e5. Ah, yes. After knight e5, bishop comes back here. Then the queen comes to h5. We're all attacking. I don't want these arrows. I'll get rid of them in the next video. The knight is attacking f7. The queen is attacking f7. It's looking pretty monstrous with threatening mate because the knight is blocking the square. After g6, f3, the concessions are just getting too high here. Another little fancy trap, now that we're talking about this, is after d4, d5, knight c3, d takes e, knight takes e, knight b to d7. This new line, oh, I actually fell for this once. Knight g5, and if we get, say, is it knight f6 here? Yeah, it is. After knight f6 and bishop here. It's kind of funny. h6 is a complete blunder here because of this.
Where's that chess thing you said?
Alright, thank you guys.